Today we will see about how to create a basic responsive login component using Angular and Tailwind. If you want to know how to set up Tailwind with Angular, feel free to watch my previous videos.
Okay. So here I have created a login component using Angular CLI and it generated these 4 different files for us. Let's see the markup of the login component. Here we have this outer div with a class of login layout. So this is the grayish background area that you see here, and within this div we have the another div which is having these 2 different classes, login container and responsive. Both of these are custom classes and not Tailwind specific one, and I will be explaining about them in a little while. On expanding this div, we have this container, we have 2 divs with a class of container left and container right. So this is the container left with these form controls and action buttons, and the container right is the one which is having this image. Let's expand this container left and see the contents here. We have a header and we have a paragraph and we have 2 input form controls here, and followed by click to action buttons, and there is a border separating these click to action buttons and the social login buttons here, and both of these buttons are responsive so that they will be in a flex column layout inside the smaller screens, whereas they will be changed to flex row in the medium and the larger screens. And in the larger screens we have this image also displayed, which is not displayed for the medium screens and the smaller screens.
Something to consider while designing the form elements. Make sure to have each form control has label fixed at all times. If you design the form controls with only placeholders, then after filling out the form data, you will not be able to identify for which form control you have filled those data.
Okay, so coming to the styling part, in this login component SCSS file, I have few custom classes defined. I'm not going to explain all the individual Tailwind specific classes line by line, but let's focus on some of the important stuff here. Here I have this responsive class, which is a kind of abstraction over a set of Tailwind specific classes. So this responsive classes is applied to these click to action buttons and the social login buttons, and where it will going to change from flex call to flex row when the screen size is going to be changed. Okay, so here we see this image at the right side of the container, and it's given a default width of 420 pixels. So we can give any arbitrary value or using this square notation, and this is hidden by default, that is display as none in the smaller and medium screens, where it is changed to display block for the larger screens. Also need to focus on when we need to apply certain classes when we are doing the responsive stuff like this. So here we have to apply the column layout for smaller screens, and it changes to flex row while we are going to the medium and larger screens, and stuff like the font sizes gets changed when we move to the medium or larger screens, or even the showing and hiding of images, like making this display as block while going to larger screens. Even sometimes there will be some background image provided, so that background image will be a different image altogether when we are moving to the mobile screens.